All right. First question for you, Quads. I know you like the "What do you do with" thing. You love this segment. It's your favorite
Great.
segment here.
It's by my favorite writer, Stefan Roger, Canucks Army. Check it out.
Wait, this is Stefan's thing?
Yes, this is Stefan's thing. Did you really not know this?
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead.
You know what, Alex? Get to Abbotsford. Screw it. We're skipping
Oh, come on.
Give me
one. Give me one. What would you do?
All right. I forgot this is Stefan's thing.
Whatever.
Damn it.
Let's go. Hurry up.
All right. Freaking this Roger guy's everywhere.
Let's go.
Vasily Podkolzin and Jack Rathbone's time in the AHL. What do you need to see from them in the AHL or see from them from something else in the NHL to get either of these players back?
Get Rathbone killing penalties. Get Podkolzin killing penalties. Make these guys complete players.
You know, he was like the third set of forwards to go out there. I was a little surprised by that. And he wasn't on the power play. Podkolzin. I'm out there tonight. Me and Colleton, we're going to have a talk.
Well, it's just like, what do you even say to that? Like, what do you, like, I get they have their power play. And again,
they got Lane Peterson, man. That
life
guy,
in the AHL is all about your guys moving all the time. But I don't know. I just feel like if you have this guy who's a pretty clearly an NHL player, wouldn't you want to? Anyways, we're not getting into it. We're not questioning Abbotsford lineup decisions. If it were me,
I'll be there.
You asked what would you do? What would you do with? I would skyrocket it. You give Podkolzin 25 minutes a night. Get these guys playing. Like, from a developmental standpoint, and also Abbotsford winning game standpoint.
So the other part of the question, is it more about what happens to them in the AHL or what happens to the NHL team when they get called up? Is it more about the NHL or the AHL play?
I mean, both. It's like if there's an injury at the NHL level, they'll get called up. But for Rathbone, like, Rathbone's not getting in this lineup for a while, I don't think. Like, I don't know. I think you need to see a lot more from Jack Rathbone than what you've seen this year. And he needs to play. Like, let the guy play. Just let him play.
Yeah, he got laid out last night, too. Chase Waters steps up for him.
Big Chase Waters, our friend of the show.
Yeah, he hurt his hand. I don't know I'll figure out what's going on with him today.
You say I'll finger out?
Don't worry about it. What would you do with Thatcher Demko starts? You can pull this one up, Alex. The December schedule. Pull it up, Alex. So there are a lot of days off here in December, right? We've talked about this before. We brought this up. The days, only one set of back-to-backs. Is it time to let Demko kind of go off here and get into that rhythm? That I think is that the thing that's missing from Demko's game, giving him that rhythm? Look at all these days off here we got.
That's not the thing that's missing. They gave him the chance and he didn't do it. So you have to do exactly what the organization said they're going to do. And when I say the organization, I mean Bruce Boudreau. Obviously, he's consulting Ian Clark and they work together on these decisions. But what Bruce Boudreau said was basically that, like Spencer Martin's going to start tonight. He said this yesterday. But it's not like Martin's going to start 8 in a row. It's, easing Demko back in to the point where he's the guy. I think from here on out, you alternate starts until Demko starts to pull away. Because, again, like I said earlier, I think the difference between the two guys, there's been a lot made of it. And I think it's been blown a bit out of proportion simply because the Canucks have won more games when Martin's in net. Yeah. So, again, you see last night kind of, I guess it even out a little bit more. I'd like to see them split starts for a few games here.
13 games in December.
Yeah, it's too.
Here's what I'd like to see: nine games of Thatcher Demko, 4 games of Spencer Martin. You got the back-to-back, so they're going to split that. But like you look and they play Florida, then a day off. Arizona, day off. Montreal, day off. San Jose, then 2 days off. Then Minnesota, 3 days off. Calgary, 2 days off. Winnipeg, day off. St. Louis, 2 days off. Then that back-to-back, then 3 days off. Like there's a lot of these 2 and 3 days off where that should not be an issue. I think Thatcher Demko should get like 9 games this month. And I know, everyone's really liking Martin, and I like Martin too. One of my favorite people to talk to on this team. But you got to get, like, if this team really wants to start doing something and make somewhat of a push and be able to, get into the conversation once again or stay into the conversation, whatever you think, you got to get Demko going. I think 9 games out of the 13 this month.
I'd say 8 and 5 is probably what I would set it at, but if Demko bounces back the way that the Canucks are hoping, the way the Canucks are hoping he will, and the way I think he will, I'm saying Thatcher Demko gets closer to what you're saying, the 9 mark.
Last one.
Okay.
Kraft dinner. Do you put milk in there or no milk when you're making Kraft dinner?
No, I don't actually. It's just butter.
Just butter?
Yeah.
I think that's the way to do it.
Yeah. I don't make Kraft dinner though. Annie's.
Yeah, I had Annie's last night.
Annie's
actually,
solid.
It's good.
But I like the Kraft dinner that you make once in a while.
Yeah, no, I like Kraft. My stepbrother and stepsister, They put milk. They put so much milk in it that it's almost like a soup. It's so gross.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And like I can understand if you do just like a splash, right? Just like a splash of milk in there. That's cool. But to me, you don't need it. You use the butter. I think that's what you're supposed to do. I don't know what the box says. The box might say to add milk. I don't
It does.
It's like
It says, like,
but it's like
add
a
a
tablespoon.
tablespoon.
So like people that
really
pour it
need
in
it.
there and they get it all. Like, come on, what are you doing?
No, it's incorrect. It's incorrect and it's offensive.